So, Phantom of the Opera is the 2-star that got buffed, and he has, for me, he has been a core of any kind of debuff team where it's super annoying to put the debuffs on the enemies. The reference I bring is the Morganfest EQ, where you're fighting Carmilla and you're trying to kill as much stuff as possible. I used Tai Sui for that CQ, and Phantom of the Opera was what enabled Tai Sui to really hit his ramp up, because he is like the king of DOT in 6 enemy fights. There is no one better than Tai Sui, and without Phantom, it would have been so annoying to try to do that fight. So let us get started. We're not going to be actually. I can kind of talk about him. No, okay. So he got a battery. He's technically able to do looping, but he's going to be in that same exact situation that Umu, like OG Umu, and Saber Shiki have. They're one-hit arts MPs, and this is on a 2-star. If his class wasn't effective against riders, I wouldn't feel comfortable suggesting trying to loop with him. You might be able to wave clear, maybe, but it's not something I really want to talk about him as a DPS. I definitely see him way more as a support. This buff just adds more support utility, but he does have some farming utility. I'm sure people are going to put videos out there of him 3-turn farming, and that's going to be pretty cool, but that's not how I plan on using him. So I'm just going to talk about how I would use him. So attack HP, these are low numbers. It takes 120 for him to have 4-star numbers. So again, you're using so many grails to make this character do what you could do without grails. So if that's your choice, it's your game. You play it how you want. So star weight, star gen, assassin, like normal assassin numbers. MP charge is like somewhat healthy at 0.71. No, we'll do a comparison. So let's do Umu. I was actually about to type in Umu. Okay, so for comparison, Umu has an arts buff. Umu has MP gain. And she's being put in the same category with this guy. And I was struggling with Umu like a couple weeks ago. Like she was just under Shiki. Yeah, a higher base gain and an arts buff. So it's possible, but you're probably not going to want to do it. The only advantage he has is that he's fighting riders, and rider gives more gain. You're really going to be rolling the dice if you want him to be farming. Terms of bond point CEs, and I'm not going to be talking about hit counts because face cards with this guy, it also is not something I'm going to try to do. You're probably like the hit counts are bad. They're year 1, and then yeah, they're not going to be doing that much damage. But bond point CEs, if you want to get him higher levels, chaotic and evil. That's it. He gets the chaotic because he's not extra class. All right. I am now doing monthly $5 giveaways as a way to give back to my channel. I recently hit 500 subs and I want to keep giving back to the people that support me. All you have to do is comment on one of my videos during the month. Doesn't even have to be a video I make that month, and you are entered to win. 5 people can win every month with 1 win per person per month. Only 1 comment is counted as an entry every month. I will send you the prize in a way that works for both of us.
Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the video.
All right, moving on, because this is mostly talking about skills anyway. So, Innocent Monster is what got buffed. This skill was fairly bad, 9 stars per turn, and then he gave him a debuff. Now, you could just cleanse it off, but that still sucks if you couldn't cleanse it off, if you just die really, really quickly. Not gonna lie, for esports purposes, this actually wasn't that bad of something, but if you don't want him to die, then obviously this sucks. But here's the buff. 9 stars goes up to 15. He gets a 30 battery, power mod against charm, and crit damage. Only 20% though. And the charm power mod is 30. So they have been doing a lot to bring more tertiary buffers. So for me, there's like the premier supports. Then your secondary buffers are like the other battery buffers. Your Reigns, your waivers, Lady Avalon, Merlin. I would even put Oberon in that secondary buffer, because most of the time you're not going to be farming with double Oberon. You're going to farm with double Castoria and then bring Oberon. And then you have your tertiary buffers that are way more specific for your team comp, and they're doing a very specific purpose. Miss Crane is in there. Anyone that insta-kill support, I would put a Asclepius, no, not Asclepius, Ascalaphus. I would put him in there. Anyone that's doing, was it Matahari? It's either Matahari or Charlotte. So someone else buffing charm. I do think it's Matahari. Yeah, I think that as the game goes on, like making more supports like that instead of trying to power creep Castoria, which they kind of did for some characters, I think that's just healthier for the game. Make people want to use different characters. And it seems like this anniversary, they're buffing so many low stars, which is buffs everyone gets to see. There's Saint Quartz pretty much everyone gets to have as long as they level the characters. So, yeah, decent buff. Makes it easier from pop MP. So you don't have to use like a K-scope. You can use smaller, like, there are CEs that are like 3-star that give you a 50 battery. So if you need him to not get a lot of HP, like you just slap that on him, he pops MP, and then hopefully he dies. It would be better if you could just taunt, but that also depends on who your supports are. Like if you're using Castoria, like if he's on a team with Castoria, like you're using Tai Sui, you actually can probably get away with a taunt. But situational, worry about that when you need to worry about it. Second skill, chance to charm any enemy, does not have to be gender, 90%, and full buff strip. So again, very good for charm. You strip off if they have debuff immunity that can be removed. You take that off. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say you have a chance to take their buffs, but if you see the order here, charm happens first, then you take their buffs. So if they have debuff immunity, you gotta try to get that off first if it's a one time. Otherwise, your charm is probably not gonna land. But if they have, yeah, no. I'm just realizing that the order for this kind of is not great. It would be much better if you took the strip their buffs first. Oh well, but still, just a chance to charm. It's decently high. And then third skill buff, which was the one before this. So arts buff for the party. Power MP damage up when on darkness. Debuff success rate for himself, 25%. So his charm goes from 90 to 115. And then debuff res for himself at 100%. So if you want him to stick around more, it's going to be harder to just knock him down. And yet, no, like they had to mention this here. It well, no, not mention it because it was always like this. But this 500% chance, there was no way you were gonna ever resist it with this. By the way, in case you were wondering, it would be a 400% chance. So you're still not doing anything. But yeah, he got. I'm very happy that this guy is fully buffed. Passive skills, the only passive he has is Star Gen, 10%. Uh, yeah, he's a low star, so you can get these up all you want. And he's not Buster, so it's not like you need to get the cooldowns as low as possible. MP, defense piercing, and then my favorite part of his whole kit, debuff res down for 6 turns. 6 turns. Longer than most challenge quests in this game. If you are someone that like you see all the min turns people do, even people I've seen people solo with a 120 and do it in 3 turns. This lasting for 6 makes it so even if you are not the best at the game, you can still get a lot from his effects. And if you manage to pop this twice, it's 100% down. So pretty much any debuff you have will last for the entire fight. So yeah, just good. One of, if not the best, 1 star or low star debuffer, and honestly, that has so much competition too. Like this part enables other debuffers. So yeah, if you like esports, you like using more of your team than just double Castoria Oberon and just try to cruise through it, or you do invincible comp. This can be a lot more fun. Bond CE, 15% quick up while he's on the field. Level this guy up. He's a lot better than people give him credit for. A lot better. All right. Time to start. I'm already late. Peace.
Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.